Hello, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Healing. This is Suparna Bagaya, and today we are going to do a 2023 love, romance, passion, relationship reading for the sun sign of Leo. So, whatever thought you have, whatever feelings, whatever intentions you have for what you want 2023, the year to look like for you, Leos, whether it's wanting to start a new relationship or trying to find out how the current relationship will go, whether there'll be a proposal, a celebration, a wedding, a marriage, in the cards for you in 2023. Let's find all that out. All you have to do is keep the thought and focus while I pull the cards out. I'm going to be drawing out 12 cards, one for each month of 2023. So let's begin without further delay. The 2023 love reading for the sun sign of Leo. Before we begin, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot. And feel free to share the video with anybody who you know happens to have this sun sign. And I post a reading for each of the sun signs. And I'll be doing a detailed reading for 2020-23 for career, money, health, everything else, etc. as well. All right, so today let's begin with Leos. Just keep the thought, the focus, the intention, and the messages will come to you. Messages for the sun sign of Leo for the year 2023. Messages for the sun sign of Leo for the year 2023. Messages for the sun sign of Leo for the year 2023 with regards to their love life. Messages for the sun sign of Leo. Just keep the focus, the thought, the intention, rest of it. Messages will come to you from the cards. I'm trying to align them properly so that everything's in the picture. There we go. So we're done till June now. 6 more to go. Messages for the love life of Leos for the year 2023. Happens to be a fire sign. Passion, fire, determination, the will to keep going, getting things done. All of that is very, very strong with Leo. So let's see how that plays out in your love life as well. Okay, messages for the sun sign of Leo. 2 more to go. One for November, one for December. For the sun sign of Leo for the year 2023. Okay, one more to go. All right, so let's begin. Okay, so just give me a second. I will try and fit all of them into the screen here. All right, so sorry about that. There we go. I think that's much straighter. All right, perfect. So let's begin, Leos. All right, what do we have in store for you? So moving on, all right, from probably a breakup, maybe a current relationship or something that was not working for you, and you'll finish it around the end of this year. And in January, although it's definitely an intense and heavy start, it's, you are on the right path of moving on from something that's not been working for you, right, in the longest time or for the longest time. And if you see this card closely, you're leaving behind everything dull and there are flowers where you're walking ahead. Let me see. Let me try. There you go. See there? Right? So trust that you're headed in the right direction. Okay, you're in touch with your feelings. You are taking a path that really works for you. Yes, breakups or moving forward from something that's not working, and if it's a current relationship that you just decide to stay with, even if it's not a breakup, it just means you decide to move on from what's no longer working for you. So if it's something that you've been beating around the bush with your partner, going round and round in circles, and it's not reaching a point, you're going to decide to let that topic go, let that issue go, and focus on something different, focus on you instead. Right? So this is a card which symbolizes moving on from whatever is not working for you. Whether it's a person, a thing, a situation in your love life, you're going to move on. It can, of course, indicate a breakup, but not necessarily. But you're going to be headed in the right direction. As heavy as it may be, the start of the year, you've decided you no longer want to do something that doesn't resonate with you. You have decided in this coming year, you want to uh, be honest with yourself, be realistic with yourself, stand up for what you really believe in, stand up for what you really, care about, and not compromise on that anymore, which is a great start. Intense, but a very, very great start to the year. Look at that. After that, you're being guided to open up to new people. We all tend to get scared. We all, after a breakup or a hardship, or when things haven't worked our way, we can tend to, be a little, on the guard about certain things, and defensive maybe, and closed, right? And we don't want to try new things because we're already scared, and it's fearful to, bear a vulnerability and, wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, it's not telling you to go all the way to all of that. It's simply telling you to open up to different people, different thoughts. Maybe start looking for dating again. Maybe open up and start to look at the situation, your current partner, in a new light, in a different way. Because what that does is that when we're too attached to our perspective, and we're not willing to look at a different point of view, we send a very clear message to the universe: this is exactly what we want, and we don't want anything left right of it. Which is fair enough. For certain things, it's fine, it does very well. But when you're getting this card, it's actually asking you to open up. So it's telling you to not be so fearful of, the past, the trauma, the hurt that you've had in your life, and don't let that define you, right? So yes, things didn't work out. Okay, you have to open up to new experiences. You have to open up to seeing this relationship in a new light, in a new way, and receive more. Because when you're more open to receiving, when you're more open to acceptance, you send a very clear message to the universe energetically that I am happy to receive. I'm happy to take a look at different things. In that case, the universe can send you abundance, light, joy, love, from many many sources, many different ways. For example, we each have our own love languages, different love languages. Now, yours probably could be different from your partner's love language. If you don't know about love languages, feel free to look up love languages. There's a lot of material on YouTube and Google. And typically, according to Gary Chapman, there are 5 love languages. Now, if your love language happens to be different from your partner's, maybe they're doing something, but that doesn't feel like love to you because you're not speaking the same language. So, for example, if you love gift giving, but they love spending quality time, you might keep showering them with gifts, but they might take it in the wrong way, thinking that you're covering up for not spending time, whereas that might just be the love language that you love to speak, or vice versa. Right, so you're being asked to open up to the other person's point of view, open up yourself to different, situations, different understanding, and you'll get a lot more. You'll get a lot more abundance. You'll attract a lot more from the universe because you'll allow the universe to shower you with love, with just not exactly the way that you've been thinking it has to happen this way, but maybe many different ways, right? So no harm in accepting gifts plus spending quality time together both. Look at that. Share the love. So there seems to be, of course, some sort of fear that will set in after the breakup, the moving on. You will do the right thing, you will move on, but there's fear that will come up, and it's coming up again here, where you're being asked to share the love. Giving and receiving has to be balanced. If you simply are too scared, look at that shattered heart. I'll just bring this up closer. Look at that shattered heart, the line here, right? There's a crack, but it's glowing from within. So you've got to share the love. That's the only way the heart is going to heal. You have to allow it to heal. If you stop receiving and you stop sending the love, then you create a kind of blockage, right? And that can be there for as long as you want it to stay. And one doesn't have to be completely vulnerable when they're just coming out of something negative. But there is no genuine relationship without zero vulnerability whatsoever. It doesn't exist, right? So you have to be willing to try, you have to be willing to give and to receive as well. If you block yourself from receiving, then you block yourself from abundance, from joy, from romance, from passion, from creativity, right? And you're a fire sign, you need that joy, that passion. It's anyways instinctively there in you. So do not stop yourself from the fear. When these cards are coming up, that means they're telling you to trust rather than not trust. So yes, you've gone through some hell maybe, and it's not gone well for you, but they are telling you not to be cautious, but in fact to trust, right? It could have also been a card which tells you to be cautious. At least that's not what it's there for February and March. So you're being asked to trust, and you're being asked to share that love. So if you actually meet somebody, open up towards them, try and understand them better, learn different points of view, and express yourself, and allow yourself to receive the love and give the love. Look at that. Once you do that, this is a major arcana card and a beautiful card, the best card possibly in one way. There's no right or wrong card, but one very good cards that can come up in a romantic reading for a love life. So this is a card for a relationship to stay, long-term changes. So when you look around for a new person, and when you open up to understanding the other person, when you're willing to receive and give love, that's when your relationship is actually going to start blooming and reach a higher level, which means you'll get better at understanding each other. You will get better at understanding each other's feelings, desires, and you'll be better at communicating that with each other, and the relationship will have a smooth flow. Look at the synchronization over here, right? It's entwined but in a beautiful way, no knots, nothing, it's blooming with flowers. So that'll happen. If it's your current relationship, if it's not a breakup, you've just decided to let go of whatever's not working for you anymore. You will open up to looking at the current relationship in a different way. You'll be willing to give your partner another chance, share the love, receive the love, let go of whatever's not working for you, not give them a chance on that thing, but just drop it. And then your relationship is going to thrive again, bloom again, right? So, like I said, moving on doesn't always have to be a breakup. It definitely could be, but it doesn't always have to be, right? So, don't get worried about anything. And the whole point of doing a card reading, like I always say ahead of time, is so that you can utilize these messages to the best of your advantage rather than getting worked up about it. So it is definitely getting easy for you, and this seems to be a very general pattern. I was saying that in my yesterday's reading as well, for different sun sign, that this seems to be a general pattern for 2023. There's so much that's happened with COVID in the past few years, that there's been so much of heaviness and hard work that people have already been through. I think all that staying indoors, everything, it also gave people a chance to really forcefully invest in themselves and think as to what they truly want, what we truly want. And somewhere people are not willing to compromise on what really matters to them now. They're willing to just like stop beating around the bush, stop, wasting time. COVID taught us with so many people who, we lost, unfortunately, that, life is precious, time is precious, not wasted here and there. And Leos, you as well have decided to just move forward with what really matters to you and not compromise on what doesn't matter to you. And that seems to be working really well in your favor. Moving forward, this is again a major arcana card. A major arcana cards are those cards which, in a nutshell, talk about broader aspects, your bigger life events, different life phases in your life. They are not just cards which talk about January or February. Yes, they're appearing at the time coinciding with a particular month, such as April and May, and that may be the time when you actually start to change your major philosophy of life. But that's when you're going to be most probably doing it. Detaching means that you detach yourself from what's constantly worrying you. You need to make your peace with surrendering your concern to the universe and then letting the universe solve it for you. And whatever solution the universe has for you will be for your best and highest good, but you need to let go. So if you have, for example, decided to, stay in the marriage, this card can also mean a communion, a marriage. If you've decided to give your partner, your marriage, your relationship another chance, then you need to, if you have, based on whatever's happened in the past, then you need to let go of things that the partner will not change in, right? There's certain core traits that the partner or ourselves as people, we can't change no matter what. So those things you need to let go of. If you have decided to commit to this relationship and give it another try, Leo, then you've got to stop figuring about and stop constantly worrying about the negatives that are not working in the relationship. You've got to look at this bird, you've got to release it, release your worry to the universe, let the universe handle it for you. A lot of times, of course, we want to do things our own way and we want certain things to go in a certain way. And we try and take too much control in our life. Unfortunately, we don't realize that we don't have that kind of control to just control life the way we want it to go. If that was the case, everyone would be so happy all the time and getting whatever they wanted. So a lot of it has to do with surrendering your concerns to the universe and believing that universe, God, power, whatever you believe in, has the ability to think on a broader scale, long term, as to what solution really works out in the best way for you. Right? So you've got to let the universe do that task for you. You've got to let the universe figure that out for you. And once you do that, you're going to feel an ease. You're going to let go of that burden, because it is a burden to keep carrying on trauma, to keep carrying on pain, that why doesn't this person do this, why doesn't this relationship feel like this. Constantly struggling and dealing with that is very, very heavy. When you let go of that, you'll feel lighter. You'll be able to make peace with the relationship, with the person you're with, and what it looks like. That doesn't mean it'll never get better, not at all, or it won't take the shape that you want it to, but you'll just allow yourself a lot of breathing time to let it flourish in the way that it would flourish in, right? Look at that. The moment you do this, healing begins. So, what I pick up from you is, Leos, that either there'll be a breakup, so you move on with somebody new, and even with the new relationship, sometimes the past trauma comes up. The first time the other person says something hurtful, you go on guard, you can get very, very nervous about being vulnerable, and you're being asked again to detach. Throughout this period, You're being asked to let go of what's worrying you and trust. Let go of what's worrying you and trust. Let go of what's not working for you and trust. You're not being asked to be cautious, you're being asked to let go. So if it's the current relationship, I already said that you're being asked to make peace with, that you've decided to commit to the relationship, and now you're going to wait till, you're not going to think endlessly about what you don't like about, what your partner does or the relationship or what it looks like or what you do. You're going to let it go and let time take its toll, and, let time actually not take its toll, but let time work things around in your favor and the relationship's favor. If it's a new person, then you're going to move on. There's a breakup, that you meet the new person, share, trust, share, and receive love. The relationship starts to bloom. Again, the same thing. Something happens. Don't get too nervous. Don't get jittery. Don't blow things out of proportion. Detach from the emotional trauma that you've attached yourself to. Don't feel that you're in the victim mode. Try to stay strong and persevere through this tough time. It is not there for the long run. Your healing will begin, and heart healing will begin to heal. So if there's been some cheating in the past, if there's been some hurt in the past, if there's been some trauma, drama, there have been some trust issues because somebody betrayed you in the past, if that's even coming from childhood, from parents, whatever, healing will begin because you have finally decided to trust, you've finally decided to commit, and you finally decided to let go of really what's not working for you. So you don't want to even keep hanging on to the beliefs that are not working for you, the beliefs which are negative. Okay, look at that. Once that happens, you've spent a lot of time, you've invested a lot of time, you're going to start awaiting results. Okay, so maybe I also feel if somebody's waiting for pregnancy here, there could be a news. Let's see what other cards open up for this year. But this could also mean maybe there's a loss, of any of a child. Sometimes miscarriages happen, sometimes pregnancies don't work out that way. You're being asked to trust again, try again, detach from that pain. It's not healthy for you. Healing will begin, and you'll probably try again, and then you'll be awaiting results. And this is a good card. This means that the results will come, but of course it'll take time and patience. If it's not about pregnancy, then where you want your relationship to go, that will happen, but you need to be patient. Okay, and fire signs are known for, let's get it done, let's just go get it done. That doesn't mean you can't be patient, or Leos aren't patient, nothing like that at all. But at this particular time in June, July, you're going to have to be patient for something that you've invested in. And when you do that, again, a major arcana card, listen to the other person, be a good listener. Now, July onwards, the feeling I'm getting is from based on these two cards, and we'll see what other cards come up for you, Leos. The feeling I'm getting here is that you're being asked to listen. So this was all action. This is all action. Take action, move on from what's not working. Open up to new people, different thoughts of view, points of view. To the same partner, open up to seeing them differently. Continue giving, sharing love, commit to commitment, detach from whatever's not working for you, and then your healing begins. And once healing begins, you've invested in something, you're waiting for results, be patient. Again, listen to the partner, listen to people around you, listen for that judgment, listen, not negative judgment, but listen for their advice, listen for the guidance. In the end, do what you want, but this is your time of learning, not action. So maybe this is the time to learn what's going to work best with your partner, what makes you truly happy, what makes the both of you truly happy. And it's your time to listen to your inner wisdom, listen to your inner guidance. Don't ignore it. You are on track with it. If you see this huge pendant here, this is the crystal amethyst, again associated with a lot of insight, third eye chakra, purple color. So and look at those high vibrations around here, right? So listen to what your partner's saying. Be open to what they're saying. Be open to understanding, and be a good listener at this time. You will just, in August, it will come for you. A time will come where you're being asked to listen, not spring into action. You've done enough. Take a break, rest. Just be a good listener at this point of time. Again, it's a major arcana card. So when this comes up, it's not just a card for August. It's telling you to be a better listener for good in your life. You can, not to say that you're not, but utilize that strength. If you're already a good listener, utilize that strength to the best of your advantage in August. And if you really work on being a better listener, it'll do you a lot of good in the future as well. See? And when you do that, look at the beautiful rainbow colors. Your relationship, your life will be full of vibration, high vibration, some good news. If you, like I said, if there's pregnancy in the cards, if you've been waiting for something, very, very good news can come as well. I have a very strong feeling it's related to that. And your relationship is going to breathe, all that beautiful energy that you've been waiting, the results, they will come to you. By October, you'll see the results and your relationship going the way that you've been wanting it to go, Leos, for a long time. So your patience will get you the results that you really, really want. This will also be a time, maybe you're planning a trip and it'll be a time of celebration, happiness. Maybe you happen to have your anniversary around the time, and or some vacation, like I said, planned, but it'll be a time of celebration, happiness, beautiful, passion, rekindling of passion in the love life with the partner. You'll be enjoying your love life, and it will be exactly the way that you wanted it to be around that time. But I always say that the future cards are dependent on the ones that went before them. So to get here, you need to follow this guidance through and through. Otherwise, these messages, they just get delayed. They happen when you actually do all of it. After that, you're being asked to stay grounded, nothing worrisome. Whatever small thing comes up, relationships always have up and downs. The entire 12 months are never going to be the same for anyone, for any issue, even if whether it's relationship, career, work, they're never going to be the same. So if something small comes up, and it will be something tiny and small, just breathe. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Don't exaggerate it out of proportion. Just do breath work. If you don't do breath work, if that's not something that you do, if that's not something that resonates with you, then you can even, just say some affirmations, do some positive, healthy distraction, do something that really you really enjoy doing, whether it's painting, cooking, cleaning, whatever, something active that you really enjoy doing that calms your system down. So you do that, just breathe through it, and that issue will pass. It's not going to be a big issue. Also, stay grounded, okay? Just because you're flying high doesn't mean that don't forget everything from the past. Stay grounded. Remember the challenges you went through. Respect those challenges. Don't get attached to them, but always remember what you learned from those challenges. And don't expect that the person is doing or behaving in a way that you really wanted them to, that they can never fumble again, right? You can fumble, your partner can fumble, anybody can make a tiny mistake, and it will be just a tiny mistake here and there. Maybe something hurtful happened, maybe something could even be issues at work, career wise, which is trickling down to the relationship, because everything is interconnected. But it won't last very long. We'll see what the other cards have to say, but this card is not a major arcana card, so just do breath work, just relax yourself, and you should be able to pass with the issue. And you do. This is a major arcana card, and this is a beautiful magician card. So you can create, and you will create, the life of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams, the love life that you've always wanted, because you have worked so hard for it. And if you follow this guidance, if you've, based on the hard work that you've done, the card reading is telling you, the tarot is telling you, if you work so hard on, standing up for what you don't want, moving on from what you don't want, being open to giving and receiving love, sharing love, different points of view, trying to understand the partner better, commit to this relationship. If you're willing to let go of whatever's not working for you, you do begin to heal. You're willing to be patient. You're willing to be a good listener. You will, and breathing through difficulties here and there, you will see the new vitality, and you'll have the magician's touch. You will be able to create whatever you want in your relationship. So November will happen to be an amazing, amazing, amazing time for you. Not that it won't happen before, but look at that. Confirmation, joy, and stability. It will be here to stay. This relationship will be here to stay, to give you happiness. You don't have to worry. Whatever heaviness was there is going to go away by January, and you're simply going to heal and heal and heal after that. But yes, it requires work. It requires commitment towards oneself, commitment towards a relationship. All relationships require work. It just happens that when you do so much of work with the relationship, and you've been in a relationship with a person for a long time, the work feels easier, and there's less and less work to do, but still there's always work. One should never take the other person for granted, and still there's always work. No relationship can blossom without the work, but Leos, you are putting in the hard work, it seems very clearly, in 2023. And in 2023 you will see the stability in your love life that you have been wanting for a long time, in your relationships that you've been wanting in a long time. So that is the love reading for the sun sign of Leo. Of course, it's a generic reading. So if you'd like a more in-depth personal reading, feel free to reach out to me. And before you go, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And beautiful reading. Once again, if you have any questions, let me know. You can always reach out through the comments. Lots of love, and I'll be here with a different reading again soon. Bye for now.